How asleep do I look? Good morning. Trying to wake up still. After spending a couple nights in the new SierraLander, there's a few issues we gotta figure out, but overall I slept good. But we definitely got a couple issues we gotta work out with that thing. First of all, climbing in and out of that tent, it's not ideal. When I was in my 20s, it would have been the coolest thing ever, but I had a van in my 20s, and I'm starting to think that van was probably the best setup I've ever had. When I started building this, I told you I did want to do a topper on it, and I might still do that. I don't know. We'll see. But that tent, it works, but it's not ideal. The first problem is you got to kick your shoes off before you climb into it. And you can put them underneath to keep them dry, but the problem is in the morning when you want to get up and go to the bathroom, everything's wet. You can't get your damn shoes on, so I got to figure that situation out. The other situation, the heater's not working like it's supposed to. I don't know, I'm getting an EO5 code, so I'll have to look that up when I get home. See if we can figure that out. We got a trip down to Moab in a couple weeks. Go ride the mountain bikes, and I need that heater working. It's getting to that time of year where it's cold in the morning, so I gotta figure that out. We haven't cooked anything. We're up here camping with my parents, and so they've been cooking the meals for us. So, but I don't think that'll be too big a deal. I got all the stuff I always had in the camper or in the van when I had it, so I don't think that'll be too big a deal, but I gotta figure out the shoe situation and the heater situation. I think we'll be good for the time being.
Are you chomping trees, dog? Are you a tree chomper? Huh? Are you a tree chomper?
Yes, she is.
Ooh, it smells good up here.
Comes down right there. That way you go to Lambert Meadow.
So it's a loop?
Yeah. There's a road up there that dead ends probably about a quarter or a half mile up on the end.
Well, you can see that road we went up the other day.
Yeah.
Well, it's...
You see the one up on top if you go over to Iron Mine Lake. That's the road that goes over to Iron Mine Lake. We didn't take that one. We went all the way up over Soapstone.
check out adventuresaimless.com. Grab yourself a t-shirt or a hat. You can support the channel and look cool while doing it. This trip was a fun few days in the mountains with my family. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a follow and hit that subscribe button. You can also hit the notification button so you can see when I put out new videos. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, remember to keep your adventures aimless.